welcome to the most heretical stream on the internet. I give you Wally1169.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream and welcome back for Captain of Industry. Raven is here. Claiming first, welcome in. Haven't seen you in a minute, I think, Raven, right? Getting close to being caught up. Good to hear, good to hear. Let's see, Graspien is here on both channels. Surprised to see you on Twitch at all at the beginning of the stream. And then Calidorn is here, who I'm going to try to ignore tonight, demanding the banana hat, and Jonathan as well. Welcome in, everyone. So, for those of you who regularly like to make me wear stupid hats, the aforementioned Calidorn and Jonathan, especially, I have a new hat. Not available yet. It will not be available for... let's see. You vote Hereticum Titanium? Yeah, I think we're probably going to lead off with that, but we'll see. You all will have to wait for about 2 weeks. And then... Titanium? Yes. Lost my earpod. Raven said something about, well, while you were setting up? Oh, let's see, yeah. Alright, so let's see, we've got stuff chirping away at the game in here. So we do have a hat, but yes, it will not be available until 2 weeks from tonight. It was acquired today. Oh, we have more stuff to do here. Okay. I have been doing some excavation of various things here, and I have more to do, I guess. Go that far, at least, I think, at that level. You leave Twitch on as well for the extra views? I appreciate it. I appreciate that. So, work's been done. I did set up a sorting facility here. You came to harass me, you're going to bed. For as much as the next 5 minutes. And no, Jonathan did not buy the hat. The other guilty party bought the hat. So we have some mining and stuff going on here. I am trying to deal with alerts while I'm also trying to bring everybody in. So this mountain is fairly well gone. I can't tell you yet. It's a secret. This iron here is fairly well brought down to that level. We'll dig down on that at some point here. This is nearly filled in. Our new aluminum is going great. Aluminum.
Word request incoming. Now brace yourselves. This might not sound good at all. Wally's not very good at Norwegian.
Do you allow for Americanization or Anglicization of the the titanium and aluminum part in there, Calidorn, or are you or is it pronounced with the Norwegian vowel sounds? Is it Teton or is it Titan? Is the question. Yeah, it's a Norwegian word. Okay. That's what I wanted to know. Titan aluminium legering. Everything should always be the American way? I don't think so, Addicted. That's why I actually corrected it to Anglicization, because... Anglicization? Whatever. Because it's the English pronunciation more generically. Titan versus Teton. I need to take a look at the sound. Config, if I get a drop from Calidorn here, that's not what I wanted. Output there and there. Titan aluminium legering. Uh-huh. Oh, very American of you, Addicted. Yes, indeed. So I'm starting to mine a little bit of this iron here, mostly just as a supplemental effort into this the sorting facility here. There's not a whole lot of iron here. Let's do this method instead here. That and this. There's not a whole lot of iron here, so we'll just scoop it out of there as we can and deal with it as we need to. But I do want to start mining out this titanium over here, especially if we're going to start smelting titanium today. Let's see, Jonathan has told me the next thing he'll be sending me. You have? Alright, and Calendar sent me a drop here.
Titan aluminium legering, and it is an actual real thing. The rod inside of my leg is made from it, because it's the amalgamation of titanium and aluminium. Heretic. So basically it's medical titanium, but I suppose depends on the percentages of titanium and aluminium. So the one in my leg, of course, has a very specific percentage of each of the metals.
This is like a wall of text here, Calendar. Thank you. Is legering then an alloy? Is that what it means? Does it mean alloy, or does it mean something medical specifically? Alloy? Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the research. Take a look at me now. Down here someplace. Oh, we did do a nuclear reactor 2. We can delete. I'll leave it there because we still have half of it to deal with. Microchip production we did deal with. We do have electronics 4 and titanium to deal with. Alloy. Gotcha. So taking a look at electronics 4, that's what we're going to need more bauxite for. To make into more... Let's see. Do I picture addicted, overly patriotic? Yeah, I would say you're overly patriotic. It's not the worst trait to have, depending on how it's used. And then... let's see. All right. So if we wanted to do this, we'd have to start making diamonds, which needs more graphite and salt. And then we turn the diamonds into diamond paste with one kind of oil or the other. We'll just use cooking oil for this. And then we need to make the sapphire wafers out of one of the stages of the bauxite refinement processes. Along with ethanol. And then that goes into mixing with electronics 3 and diamonds to make the electronics 4. So... lens polisher. That sounds like something Caladar would like. Diamond reactor. Compresses graphite under extreme heat and pressure to create synthetic diamonds. Aluminum is shiny. Yes, that is half of the point of it, I guess, for lack of a better word. In that it has a silvery luster while being a completely non-precious metal. I think that's the point of it. And also being structurally strong as well. Sand is going well. I actually dumped a little bit of dirt back into here recently. I'm back to not dumping dirt in there again, but I did allow some in there. You did do some research? Yes, both are correct. Caladorn and I like to have that argument, in that Caladorn insists upon having that argument, and I just have it to favor him, or to placate him, I guess. Yes, both are correct. So, I guess we should work on these electronics, because it's older, tech tree-wise, slightly. The same stage, I guess. And we need them both anyway for this this part here. Actually, we don't need it for this part here. Why is electronics 4 a prerequisite here? Nickel is the only metal that doesn't tarnish. I don't know. I don't know that I could make that statement without having knowledge about it, which I don't. So we could do either one, I guess. But I think we should go ahead and start fiddling with this electronics thing. We did expand the bauxite stuff. At some point, I will expand this to an 8 once we have this all filled in with rock and dirt. But, yeah. The only issue is, what stage was it that needed the alumina, which is the input here. So technically, I would need to duplicate all of this part here, or pull the alumina out of this stage, which we could do that too. Tarnish is only oxidation of the metal, and you think it depends on how reactive the metal is to oxygen. Yeah, that's probably what it is. So it could be that it doesn't oxidize. I just don't know. How do I want to handle this? The initial thought would have been to build another copy of this. That seems excessive. Although, I guess we should see how much we're going to actually need here. Make 6 of those. We need 6 of these. Great. We need 4 of those then. Which means we need 4 of these, which means we need 4 of this. Make 6 of those. How much electronics 3 are we at present making? And are we able to keep up with what we're making? We're making 18. I think we're keeping up, but just barely. Aluminum oxide is exceptionally resistant to dulling the shine, thus being very non-reactive to oxidation. Yes. Look at us, instructing these riffraff in metallurgy. Yes. You're a regular Andrew Carnegie over there, Caledorn. These are making so much and we need so little. I think we just siphon it off of here and use this stuff accordingly. Only other issue is I guess I should have allowed for... No, it's fine. We'll split this here, and we'll put in a U-shaped thingy. Lift. Here. And here. It's about as advanced as your A-level chemistry, you remember? Yeah, I feel you there. You need more work to do? Oh yeah, the iron is done. I don't know if I want to continue mining the iron here yet or not. We should probably keep going this way just a bit more. For now anyway. Okay. I'll probably take those guys out. Actually, I should have taken one of them out of there already. Okay, so splitting this off from here, combine them together, run a belt this way, and then we do whatever this sapphire stuff is, I think, here. Crystallizer. Make that into sapphires, and then abscond with it from there. I mean, I could take the alumina directly too, but I think we'll make the sapphires and store those. And then take it from there. Wherever we're going to make this stuff. So, crystallizer. non-essential. Biological life has zero use for it, while being the most abundant metal found in the Earth's crust. Where is that building at? Crystallizer. There we are. Ferrum is the second most abundant metal. Yes, good Caledorn. Good Caledorn. It is called ferrum. I think I'm just going to do it that way. Although I could push it up here so it's less back out of the way stuff. That's better. Put this here. Put this there. This is 8. Yeah, it's 8. Is there any reason to double this right now? I don't think so. We're only going to need 4, I think, for right now. You bug other people with the pronunciation, yes. You do that, Caledorn. That is kind of one of your things, isn't it? Bugging other people, that is. There. This out of the way. Goes here. This goes here. This goes here. Let's see. Gold is the rarest metal. There's only like a football field of gold in the whole earth. Of course there is a reason. There's always a reason with Caledorn. Yeah. Platinum and francium. Yeah, there's other stuff that's stupid rare. Let's go ahead and take one of these away from you. And let's have the other one of you mine over here. For now, that much. The other one, I think, can come over here again. Do some work. Sidewalk makes you feel sick? Why does sidewalk make you feel sick? And most Americans don't say waste paper basket, Caledorn. I know you love that one, but most Americans don't say that. Some older folks do. I've heard some old people saying it, but most of us don't use that form. I would say trash is the most common, at least in my part. The pavement, it's a bin. Yeah. Or a trash can, yeah. Okay, so that's making sapphire. Hopefully. It needs more flops, which is fine. I've got plenty of buffer. Yeah, trash or trash can. Okay, good. Americans from different part of the country agree with me on that. Alright. Do you make sapphires? Let's see. We're all being called heretics in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, could be. Then let's just do a sample build of this electronic stuff from here on back. I'm just going to use this green space over here. Oh, we should also check this out. We're going to need to launch another rocket probably pretty soon. Not yet, but soon. Let's see. You agree with the heretic? What, that Americans don't say... I consist of about 69% of Anoium. Yeah, I don't understand the horseback riding thing, really. I mean, I don't really care, because I don't give a shit about riding horses, but... sure. Let's see. I think we're going to have to go up to assembler at least 4 on this. I'm guessing. I'm assuming. Because I don't think this one even makes electronics 3, right? No, it doesn't. Upgrade. This one makes the 3s, so then we gotta go up again. Make the 4s. Yep, okay. That's good. We'll set that recipe then. And eyeglasses. You'd rather wear your glasses on your elbow? I just call them glasses. I only the only people I've ever heard call them eyeglasses are once again old people. So I can't really speak to that either. Michael McIntyre? I don't know that guy. I mean, I guess you call them spectacles. We should go back to spectacles, I think. Okay, and so then lenses are made from sapphires with the diamond paste and the ethanol. So lenses are made in the lens polisher. That was Calidorn's nickname in college. We need to have... Oopsie. We need to have 4 of them. This makes 2, so we need 2 of them. They gotta have... Why do my emotes have Santa hats? I don't know. I don't see the Santa hats. Well, they're technically Bionicles addicted, if you want to be technical. Because they are 2 monocles. I think it's a setting on your end, Calidor, and the Santa hats. I don't think it's a setting for me. Didn't have a college nickname because you never did go to any such level of education? Okay, fine. Your university education. Setting in stream elements? No, I don't care. Stream elements. I didn't say completed. I was just saying you attended. Excuse me for accusing you of being uneducated. I thought you had. What I get for paying attention. Alright, maybe if I could get some work done, Calidor, that would be nice. For those. Did yourself without silly need for professors? Yeah, talking out of their asses? Yeah, I agree with that one. We need chemical plants here. Is that a 2 or a 1, or does it matter? Mr. Bean, because you drove a knackered old yellow car? Nice. Do this stuff here. That's going to make way more diamond paste than we need. This is the only use for it, so we'll be able to expand this stuff greatly later on. Let's see, you need then 2 diamonds, and you need 4 diamonds. Diamonds are made here at a diamond reactor. You need 3 of those. Are there more diamond reactor recipes later? Weird to have these buildings. Concept of Mr. Bean was dumb, in your opinion? No, Mr. Bean was the greatest. Yeah, I had some rotten nicknames too. Graspian. And as far as I know, only one person that I still have any communication with knows those nicknames. Let's see. That'll work okay. It's a higher level of intelligence to understand British proper humor. Let's see. You need 2 of these diamond thingies. You need the other one. But if I'm bringing the stuff in, I might as well bring it all in at one spot. Okay. In that case, do this, and then we'll just bring it kind of around, maybe. I think I'm going to flip this one. I was probably called a nerd. Probably not that nerd. You wouldn't call Mr. Bean proper British humor? The only problem with that is... No, I don't want that flip back around again. I want these to come past here, split into there, and then continue along down to here. Okay. Your 9-year-old presented with a joke. What kind of trees fit in your hand? Palm trees. Yes, classic. Let's see. Let's do some lifts here. Don't really care which one of those is which. This goes into there, but it does not need to be that far away. So we'll do this and this. Goes into there, and this comes this way. Mr. Bean is toilet humor? Yeah. Kind of. I mean, it's definitely lowbrow. Put it that way. Definitely lowbrow. There we go. See? Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to have to get some separate copper mining going here. Let me pause for a moment then and take a copy of this. Bring you over here someplace. Let's see. Benny Hill, you hated it? I never really watched much in the way of Benny Hill. It was never really my... I was never really exposed to it, I would say. More than anything else. Just wasn't... It wasn't really around, I would say, when I was that, when I was younger. You could see it, like, I have seen it, but it was, like, kind of a deep cable thing, so it really wasn't something that I had a whole lot of access to. But I didn't really get it. I didn't see what the whole point of him running around to wacky sacks was really all about. Okay, so you can have some of those back. We'll sign them here instead. That's the only good thing? I didn't get it. I was just like, why do I want to watch this weird dude run around all the time? Like, I didn't get what the point of it was. Theme song? I don't even know what the theme song was. That's me point. Don't even know what the theme song was. Nor did it even have a theme song. Alright, so I think it's time to move this copper thingy up here. Oh, well then I don't know what it is. If I know what it is, if I knew what it was, then I would know what it is, and I don't know what it is. So that'll do fine. That wasn't even the right one. Cancel. Abort. I want this one. Yeah, wacky sacks. I literally said that like 5 minutes ago. That's the name of that tune. But that's what I'm saying. I didn't really even get what the point of watching him run around like a maniac to that was. Did not make sense to me. Or yakety sacks. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Okay, well, Caladar, then I have slightly more respect for you for liking something without knowing why. Slightly. Okay, back to whatever the hell it was we were doing over here. Yeah, but that's different. You're successfully distracting Wally today. Yes, you are. Gotta do it like that. Don't work anyway. Fudge. I'm gonna leave that alarm on. I'm gonna disable this stuff now. Start to flush this out. I'm going to do some slight shenanigans here. And the bell just struck 4. Time for you to go. Thank God. Okay, so this stuff. Have a good night, Calador. As always, it's entertaining having you around. 4 p.m. Salt and graphite. I'm in there. This belt will go down to here somehow. Actually, exactly like that. And then we need oil coming in here. Clock is directly derived from bell, and that clock means bell. When we say 4 o'clock, it means 4 strikes of the bell. Yes, it did. Sapphires come into this, and the diamond paste is that one. So sapphires are the flat box. This one. Oh, and let's make these pick upable. Flat box for sapphires. Somewhere in that vicinity. And we also need to bring in ethanol. Ethanol. Are we making ethanol for public consumption, or are we making it locally in this shenanigan? This shenanigans. So we need to make the ethanol here. Does it noon means 9 hours after sunrise, not 12 o'clock? I thought it was 6 hours after sunrise. Actually, I thought it meant something about the sun being at its zenith, but either way, yeah. I think I'm going to put you in here. I need a little more spacing then. Actually, I should have done this shenanigans differently. Just done it like this. Here comes the Latin phrase, nona hora, meaning 9th hour. Okay. You have any daylight in the winter? Let's see, you need sugar and oxygen, except I don't want to do that either. Alright, yeah, I need a little bit more space in here then. We need one of those oxygen thingies. I can find that in steel. Air separator thingy. No noons from about this time in November until February. Yeah. Sad panda. So if we're bringing in sugar, we'll need another one of these here. Means I need a little bit more space here. We'll need a little more space there anyway then. In that case, let's move this back by 1 again. Replace that belt once again. Oh. A little bit of lag. Paco jinxed me on that, I think, the other day. That's too close, though. Yeah, take that back out again. Are you all delivering copper to this now? Yeah, I just haven't gotten there yet. Probably don't need this one anymore. And this is the new copper mine. So you're going to bed, Caladar. The Greek hora is the origin of the word hour and year. We're in Alaska in the summer. Sunset was 11:45, and it was so weird. Yeah. Yeah. High latitudes is weird. Maybe that's why Caladar is so weird. See, you're making 12. How much do we need? 4? Yeah, okay. I think this actually needs to go over here. Off you go? Alright. Eat it. Thank you for letting me take this stupid hat off. And the tentacle hat. Well, that was at least less uncomfortable. Somewhere in the middle? Yeah, same here. I'm trying to remember what south latitude about are you at, Caspian? About the same as Spain, so about the same here then too. Kind of coincidentally, we're at 42 north, roughly here, and that's the same as Rome. But it's quite a bit warmer in Rome than it is here, for some reason. I just noticed also that our population is maxed out, so we're going to probably need to deal with that. Yeah. Well, it's cooler here because of the Arctic stuff coming out of Canada. Canadians. Let's see. I think I need to move. Need one more space here. Makes you move that way some. Means this also needs to move one more space. No, that's fine. This is what needs to move one more space. Wally is in the frozen north. Not exactly, but yes. Let's see. That pipe. Just for posterity's sake, let's go out to that point. Not absolutely necessary, but actually, wait, that might be too... No, that's right. Let's see here. You and you. This pipe goes here. You get vented there. Cedar City. I'm outside of Detroit, Michigan. You two are there. You two are here. You go to this one, which can actually move down a bit too. That comes in there, and then here we also have one of these for the electronics. That'll go in right about there. And then we have the electronics out. You could do like this. I think I'm one too far. New Zealand is 40.9, so yeah, you're a little bit closer to the equator than I am. But only by a degree, like, that's almost nothing. Yeah. Basically zero. So let's do here a lift bringing the sugar. Oh, rocket's launching. I hear it. Sugar. Bring that in. Let's do lifts. U-shaped lift. You're at 34. Yeah, Jonathan is in the south. Auckland is 37 or so. Where no tentacles have gone before. Mm-hmm. Mark, welcome in. Did I see you before? Or have you been quiet so far and I just... Your kids are tired of you pointing it out? Oh, because it's halfway, or it's the midpoint or whatever? I said hi earlier, but I missed it. I apologize then. Good to see you. Probably got swept up in all of Caledon's ramblings. Also, my Twitch chat's being weird today, not letting me scroll. I don't know why. There it goes. Yeah, it was during the Caledon Norwegian word thing. Yeah, the halfway point, yep. Let's see. You are blocked due to rock output. Wait a minute, why didn't... Yeah. Sand needs more stuff to mine? Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's do a little bit of that, but not much. A little scoop there, please. That's probably enough, actually. Don't delete it. Come over here, let them dump it. Alright, now you're done again. What I want to do for this sand mine now is slope down from here. I think. I mean, I have to test this a little bit, but basically slope down from here until we get to deep enough that it covers all of the sand. Which only needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. From 11, so that's down to 23, so you need to go a little bit deeper than what I'm at right now. That should be 23, right? Yeah. That should cover it. How low is bedrock? I have no idea. I don't know if... I mean, there must be, but I have no idea. I've never dug that deep. The sand goes deep. Yeah, well, we're stopping at this line. This line right here is the farthest we're going out for this sand mine. Everything else beyond it is going to be lost to the ocean. That's the, I don't know, decree that I made a while back, and I'm going to stick to it. Okay, back to this shenanigans here. All right, let's see how this works. You go there. Work. Shite. In that case, this needs to move up a bit further. Yeah. Okay. And then I can just do U-shaped. No, that's a fluid anyway. What am I doing? This is fine. It's a liquid. Type 1. Let's see. You mine under the sea? Yes, as long as you fill it in first. Yep. As Mark said. Under the sea. This goes here. This is this stuff. And I'm going to go to this middle spot here. Just for fun. Go like that. You can just do that. Perfect. You go here. Flip. Do the answer. You're nice to dig under the sea and leave a roof. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately you can't dig. All mining is done as pit mining. So yeah, you can't dig out like that at all. But update 4 is going to let us dig the sand out from the bottom of the sea without having to fill it in first. So that's kind of nice. If you want to see a game where you can dig out under the ocean and leave a roof, go check out my Whiskerwood series. Because they do that over there. Let's see. You can come back in here then. Strip mining? Both? I think? I could be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. This carbon dioxide needs one of these. I'm not going to bother. We're only using 4 of this, which means only producing like 5 point whatever carbon dioxide, 5.3. I'm not going to worry about processing that. This can go in here. And then, you... I think that much is fine. You go here, to there, and then down into there. Excellent. And then this one... Another one of this level. And that goes in there. And then this one here comes out to there. Okay, so you're gonna be what? Sapphires? Sapphire? You're gonna be Electronics 3. You're gonna be Electronics 4 and allow for pickup. You're gonna be cooking oil. You're already sugar. This one is salt and then graphite at the end. Salt. Graphite. Alright, I think that's the build. This will make a grand total of 6 Electronics 4. After all the chat, you're ashamed to say you've forgotten what I'm building? Electronics 4. I think I'm not going to put this here. I was just designing it here. I think I should put it over here someplace. Maybe in the place that we vacated this copper stuff, maybe. Take that out. Guess I could take this out as well. Unity, remove that so I can put a belt in here. And Unity, build that. Have you not started mining copper yet? That could be problematic. Yeah, they're still working on that. I think maybe I should have taken 2 of these excavators rather than just 1. Put the second one in here. I don't really need more than 4 of those, I don't think. Actually, I don't even think you guys need all of those trucks either. You definitely don't need all of those trucks. Let's put you down to 4. But probably not even that many. Yeah, dig into that copper, please. Because, I mean, this bucket's not too bad. This one here is doing pretty well too because we're backed up on copper right now. But I don't think it's going to last long. What's going on here with electronics? Are we just not making them fast enough? We might be using more than we're making. Might be. Okay. You all are still working. That's good. Let's prep another one of these. Let's take this with us. Do a copy rather than a move. Just to be safe. And I think I'm going to put it in right in here. No. Put it over here. This may not be a permanent build. Actually, it's probably not going to be a permanent build. I don't think it's big enough for permanent use, but this at least gets us through getting some of them made. Let's go ahead and make it so. So I guess I can delete the original now. And that should take care of Electronics 4 when it gets done. Trucks are a little bit grumbly. To a problem? Oh, you never made that? Why did you never make that? Weird. I don't know. I built it with Unity. Now it's fine. Yeah, weird. Makes me sus. Okay. Copper's doing quite well, or coal is doing quite well over here. I only have 1 excavator, and that's all I think I need. You all need to get on the focus on the copper. Let's do a copper ore focus on both of them for right now. So they'll move over here and hit that rather than hitting the rock they're hitting. Where the heck did you all just go? Not you, but the trucks. Oh, no, let's not dump it there, or there, or there. You can dump it there if you have all copper, though. That's fine. Skydiving could be. That's why I had so many trucks assigned, though, was because I was letting them deliver their full loads to wherever the full loads needed to go. Okay, let's take a look at titanium then. Oh, we also need to build that new oil processing too. What was this doing? Not really. That this one is full though, that's promising. Let's take a look at what titanium looks like, because I have no idea what titanium looks like. The output here is titanium alloy. Got a red alert. What's the red alert? Chicken farm, not enough. What the hell? I guess we're not making enough soybeans, wheat, corn, and potatoes anymore. Okay. Soybeans, wheat, corn, potatoes. Potato. Alright. I think I'm going to take the vegetables back out of this one. Just go straight up potatoes on this one. Titanium looks like a metal? You don't say. Yeah. Weird that we're not getting enough chicken feed in. That's going to be problematic because they're going to die off. Backed up, at least. There's that. But hopefully they don't completely die off. Okay, titanium. We have titanium to mine over here, as previously discussed. Not a whole lot, but at least get us started. We also have titanium over here to mine. Not a whole lot, but at least it'll get us started. I have no idea how much titanium this game actually uses, but let's take a look at those recipes. So we finish here with titanium alloy at a cooled caster 2, so it's similar in that to steel. Molten titanium alloy is made from molten aluminum. Nope, aluminum and titanium. Okay, so we need to bring in aluminum stuff here too. That's unfortunate. The molten titanium is made at the arc furnace, just like everything else metal is almost. That's made from titanium sponge, which is a titanium chloride and salt, which then makes chlorine and titanium sponge. Titanium chloride is made from distilling, I guess. Yeah, distilling. Titanium chloride. Impure to pure. Okay. That's made from chlorine and titanium slag, which includes carbon dioxide and the slag itself. Titanium slag is made from titanium ore crushed. It's like a long and complicated process. Yes. Titanium ore crushed makes molten iron. Okay. And titanium slag. And Can we crush the titanium ore? Yeah, that's quite something. It's quite something. All right, let's see if we can trace this back ourselves here. Smelting, titanium, cooled caster 2 is the final step here to make the titanium alloy. We're not going to make steel there, just the titanium alloy. And in order to have that, we need to have the alloy mixer mixing the alloys. There. Weird one. This needs 24. This makes 108. All right. Let's see. Molten aluminum, 12. How much molten aluminum do we make, like, in this process? 24. So, 2 of these would be what we get from that. But that's also 96 molten titanium. Which was that made again? That was made in an arc furnace. Yeah. That, though, is going to be... Wait a minute, there's 2... Oh, never mind. Okay. This one. 48. This takes 96. Yeah, we're not going to make any more than one of these. Actually, probably more than half of this. So, 48 becomes 54. Oh. So we could do at least 2 of these, maybe a little bit more, based on this. The sponge is made in a chemical plant, and we need 48 of that for this. Titanium sponge. Here. That makes 24. So we might need 2 of those for this one. Salt is fine. I can always get more salt. Titanium chloride pure is also is made in distillation stage 3. That makes 12. Oh, geez, we need 4 of those. Then. Okay. This one is made in chemical plant. And that means we need 4 dozen. That means we need 4 of these. I don't think we're making this much. Oops. And then you bring in the titanium slag, which is made where? Arc furnace 2. Titanium slag is this one, and that's also got the byproduct of iron. Each one of these feeds one of these. Yikes. Chicken farm's still complaining, but at least we're getting in some potatoes now. That'll help matters a bit. Got other complainers. We got a sand mine needs work to do. Oh, look at that. All right, let's level this off and go all the way straight across to there. Yeah, right there. And then I also want to come over here and take a look at this. No, I didn't want you to do that. I did not want that to happen. You stay over here. You do your thing. You do your thing. These can all get deleted. That. And actually, I need, if anything, I need you over here to scrape this stuff up, which we can do. Here. Don't need to get rid of some of that dirt. I might actually need to get rid of some of that dirt right in here. Let's see. Z. This is filled in. And I'm not ready for dirt yet here. So, yeah. Okay, dear God, titanium. And then crushing it, that's 48. This crusher will do 96, I think I saw. Yeah, 96. I think that's going to be my limit here. So that means 2 of these. So we are taking in 96 crushed. That's going to produce 48 molten iron, or 24 molten iron, which I think I want to turn into steel. Because I don't really see the point in turning it into iron. Because we're not using iron, really, much. We're using steel quite a bit more, even though we're not using that much steel either. Or we actually are using a lot of steel, I lied. So we'll turn that into steel. However we do it, I'm not sure right now. I mean, we're going to do it via oxygen furnace. How we lay it out, I don't know yet. 24, yep. And then the cooled caster goes in there. And that takes 12. 24 becomes 12. Yep. Okay, that's good. If we have then 36 times 2 of this, that means 2 of these we don't need anymore. That takes care of you folks. And then 2 of these is 24 of this, which means just 2 of these folks. And that means 24 of this, which means just 1 of these folks. And that means that you are only going to output 24 of that, which is half of this, which is going to produce 24 molten, which is going to produce 1/4 of this, which means we need 3 molten aluminum to produce 27 titanium alloy. So I guess 2 of these cooled casters is what's called for. But yeah, that's a bit of a process there. Yeah, that's a bit. Now, how do we want to lay this beast out? Let's see. You guys, let's do this. I think put the 2 exhausts in the center. Flip this also, so that these guys can be fed directly across to there and to there. Let's put this up by 1. Take that stupid hat off. Thank you. Here's all effed up now. The molten that comes out of here, I think, actually, maybe... Maybe I do this actually like this somehow. And I put these here in the middle somehow. Two spaces there. I didn't want 2 spaces. Only want 1 there. You guys are going to be outputting 72 total exhaust. Maybe I do want 2 spaces. 72 total exhaust would be a big smokestack. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, is making it be scalable. Maybe just 1 of these and we just do 2 exhausts. And have this here in the middle. And then basically this is a repeatable block then. At least that's the thought here. This, I think, needs an extra space, though, if I remember correctly from this steel build. We need the extra space for the pipes coming in and out. Yeah. The oxygen would come maybe then from the side or from out off to the side someplace so that it's fed in here where it's needed. Same thing with the water. Let's see. You guys are outputting low steam. We need high steam for the cracking process here. That doesn't help me much. You've got slag. We've also got slag coming out. No, we don't, actually. So you've got the slag. Carbon dioxide here is going to be 24 in total. This would go like that. This would go like that. That's kind of okay. And this would actually be here? Here. There's room there for you. There's room there for an exhaust. No, that can't go there. That needs to go up by 1. And the same thing here. It needs to go down by 1. That's where the other stuff comes in. Water and oxygen. Bring the oxygen in from this side, maybe. Water could come in from over here. Or I could bring the water up from here and zigzag it around. Kind of either or. Maybe I'll do that. That we only have to have one water input. Plus, I need to also turn this steam into power, like we're doing in the other smelting areas, and then return the water. These guys can go over here someplace. But we also need water for this. We need the steam for this anyway. And then they're going to output depleted steam, which we then need to distill down into water as well. So that's got to come out. Be brought down here and process through the same output of this power steam as well. This will go much, much closer. Well, maybe not that close. That close, I think. And then these guys come together here. You bring in the salt as well. That's actually good right there. Bring the salt in like this from down here into there. Extra manpower for the power plants. That's true. It's probably not worth it. I mean, I think it is here because we're... Maybe it is. Maybe it's not, actually. Maybe we're not producing enough. You might be right. It might be worth just doing a condenser here of whichever kind of steam and not bothering with the power thing because yeah, the manpower and the maintenance. Are we really getting a sufficient amount of power out of this to make it worth the while? Or should we just say, screw it, condense the low pressure steam instead and not even have the power, because this isn't even kicking on. I mean, when this is running full tilt, that might be running. That's the only thing, is that it might be useful in that case. That's only if. I see copper still complaining. Yeah, we're still not getting a whole lot of it. That's why. You're up on the hill again. Are you okay, or are you going to need some help at some point? Cleaning this stuff up. How is this dump going? Still going. They keep going and going and going. With so many of these trucks idle, and not very many of those. Yeah, I really need to get into trains. If that comes out clean, we're good. If not, then I'll have to do some additional ramp work there. So this, salt comes in, these guys come in to meet together. This is kind of still one repeatable unit. Not counting the oxygen, because I think the oxygen is half of one of the things. One of the air separators. Yeah. So like every 2 of these would need 1 air separator. Which means maybe putting it in here would be a good idea. And then setting up basically like a mirrored copy of this or whatever. You guys, and then this becomes that. The chlorine here is 12. The chlorine needed over, where the hell is it here, is more. So we have to have chlorine coming in to supplement this. The chlorine that comes out of here will get priority input to the 36 that's needed here. We're only getting 12 out, so we'll have to be able to make electrolyze 24 chlorine. You get to 2 little ones or 1 big one that uses half of it. Oh, you weren't supposed to build that. Get out of there. Let's see. 2 little ones. We use twice the number of people. We need to deal with radioactive storage too. It's going to use more power to go bigger. But the people would be the same. And it's almost quadruple the power. But this would give me the ability to do a duplicate of this at some point. So I think we'll do the big one. That'll electrolyze the chlorine. And this will be one of these for a double of this, basically, just like the air separator is going to be. So yeah, so 1 air separator for 2 of these. Can I flip that? I think I'm going to flip that. 1 air separator for 2 of these, and then 1 of these for 2 of these builds. That's 36. That's 12. So that's 24 total, and this is 48. So yeah, 2 of these builds would need 1 of these also. Radioactive waste. A high supply of fission product. In 24 years, you will dispose of some of this. I think this is okay. You have shredded some of it, though. That's good. That's good to see. There's stats on how much one of these things has been used by chance. Not exactly, but we could do retired waste and look at last 100 years, and there's all the waste we recycled from that first push of manufacturing the Mox rods, and then it's been ever since. But I think this is okay. I have the alert on there, so I remember to come and check it, but yeah. Wait, why is that? Oh, no, this should be. It should be low because we're using exactly what we're making, and we basically only had 1 box full when we started this process. So once that other box gets to 60, they'll bring a load over here, and that'll be almost up to 400 again. Yeah. Actually, what I should do here maybe is alert myself when this is less than 25%. Because then I might need to shut this nuclear down. Okay. Copper. You're still doing okay. Just they haven't caught up yet to the copper demand. But I think they will shortly. Okay, back to this mess. Back to this mess. So you are outputting that sponge. 2 of these builds, once again, would feed 1 of these. And that needs more graphite, rather. We could belt that up from back here, maybe. It also needs more water, so we're just going to have water all over the place in this build. Also steam here to deal with. Bent Mox. Oh, okay. good. Thank you for the alert. We'll turn off the alert on this one. And then we'll do this from there. Make it so. I was expecting that to happen at some point. We're just going to have to keep accumulating this mox. So we can recycle that too. So let's see, maybe then flip this. Not as good from the salt perspective, but I think it's okay. We need more space here though, then. So we can belt the salt in. Actually, it probably doesn't need that much. Pipe, belt, pipe, right there. Okay. Salt will come in this way, like that. Pipe will go hump over that belt and into, or above that belt, and then drop into those. Chlorine comes out here, gets fed back down to this system. This goo gets brought up into here. We also need to have the graphite there, graphite here. Water is all over the damn place here. And then this will produce 48, which is still only half of this. And 48 means we'll need to have 6 molten, and that'll produce 54 of this, which is going to be 3 of these in the end. We only need 2 of them right now, and even then we don't need both of them. And more water here. But we'll have to add a third one when we duplicate this build back here. That's the idea anyway. Oh Jesus. Okay, so we need to bring in molten aluminum, which means that this is once again insufficient. In a way, at least. We need to be able to we got you. Oh, another one of those situations, huh? You're fine. This one is fine, I think. This one here is still complaining about that, but that's fine. Okay. I think what I'm gonna end up doing here is I'm gonna end up with this one making the sapphire and the molten to make the titanium. And then do another one making the actual aluminum over here once this gets finished. For now, I think we could siphon off some of this aluminum, molten aluminum into a thing over here to make the titanium and put the titanium in this area. Jeez, oh Pete's. Then we gotta haul that titanium from all the way the crap down here. Which would be okay, which would be fine, I guess, because there's not that much of it. But then down the road, we'll have this that's mineable here, and we can just belt that in easily. Is there... And I thought this would be less messy than Microtopia. Yeah, but the thing with... The thing with Microtopia is the stupid ant paths and the way that the ants work. And that was that way from the beginning. This is finally getting complicated. There. Here in the tech tree. That whole tech tree. This would be like if Microtopia was just starting to get complicated around the time that I gave up. Actually, well after the time I gave up. I know you were joking, but I'm addressing the concern. You know what we haven't done in a couple of streams? We haven't done any fighting. Our battle score is only 900, but we should be able to fight these 990s now anyway. Actually, there's some 610s here that we forgot about. So let's do those. There and there. 990, 990. Do we have a titanium map out here in the world? Or a titanium node out here in the world? That's uranium. That was bauxite. This one here is rock. Yellows are the ones we already have, so that's uranium. So we're looking for blues and reds. Blues and reds. That's quartz. I can tell that from the icon. Quartz again. Sulfur and coal here. This is a thing we already have. That's bauxite. There's water there. Groundwater. Oil. Limestone. Limestone. Quartz. Is that all the titanium we get? Is what's on the island? Or have we to explore some more stuff here before we can make it that far? Oh, we can do this one too. Good. Go ahead. Like, is there more exploration to do in order to find the titanium? That I don't know. Well, that we'll have to find out. Okay, are you coming back now? Oh, there's another one. Okay. There's the other one. Got him. Oh, not coming back yet. Battle again. All supplies can be sourced in the world map? I don't know. I don't know if they said that or not. I hope they did. I sincerely hope they did, but I don't know. Okay, this one's actually going to be a little bit complicated, because these actually have a higher battle score than we do. I guess maybe not complicated, because we just destroyed them with barely taking any damage. But now we go back. This here was the rock mine, yep. Coal. Yeah. It could be out there at the end of these tips where we haven't explored all the way yet. I don't know. So if I were rich man, but also if I were to do this, I would do something like that. And then this one would go somewhere in the middle here. Those should probably all share a single output, though. 3 of them are going to be plugged into that. Actually, though, this would be enough for 2 of these. Yeah, so this would even be if we doubled this again. Still just 1 of these. That's insane. That's insane. If we doubled this again, it would still be 1 of these. No, wait, it would be 2 of these. 1 of these. And that would be 108, 24, that's like 4.5 of those for 1 of these. That's insane. This build is insane. Ship was fully repaired. Gravy. And you're still complaining there, but that's fine. As long as that really doesn't get much higher. I wish you could change this number to like 90%. Like that would make me happier than just being locked into the multiples of 25 there. But what are you going to do, I guess, you know? You incorporate it into an aluminum build? Yeah. That's kind of what I'm intending on doing. Is incorporating it with what we have over here in a way. Thinking that maybe... this is producing 24 each. This would eventually use 12. A lot of work to redesign it all. Yeah. So this needs 12, which is half of one of these. But if we're making sapphires from this too, we're peeling 8 of this off, which is a third of this. So really, I could do one of these builds. I could peel off this sapphire here and still have enough alumina to make enough aluminum, molten aluminum, to make the all of the titanium that we could possibly make here. Steal someone else's little blueprint? No. 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 Oh, good. We filled in. They filled in all that dirt. Are we here yet? Ooh, are we here yet? We are almost there. Oh, we are there. Okay, good. Let's delete this now. Pause for a moment. Let's delete that and delete this and put dirt here. And then we can fill this damn thing in. I want to start on this side, though. We'll go out one shy. There. Does not go that wide. Go only this wide for right now. All of these guys. And then I want to do the new design where we do the slope down to the point. All these trucks. Just chilling. Just chilling. I think that will be the plan. Is basically to double the aluminum here. Be able to pull off however much we want for sapphire, and be able to pull off however much we want here for titanium. Well, this is going to be on the wrong end, isn't it? Kind of. That doesn't come in until this point. I guess I could end it over here. Yuck. The other option would be, ooh, crazy idea time. Also, I don't know if this is going to fit in here. But we can easily rebuild this part too. Crazy idea time would be to take this whole build up to that point, not counting the stuff over here on the side, but that. Flip this like this. Put it with enough of a lane space here. And then take that molten out this way and into where it goes in the titanium build. Because that's going to go roughly like this then, which would be almost perfect. Like disturbingly perfect. Actually, this does fit here until we need to double it later. And then when we double it later, then we got to move this. Also, I just noticed I don't actually need this other electrolyzer here. It is only need one of those for the whole build. Okay. No space to double it? I got space. I just gotta remove the, But no space to double the aluminum? Yeah. No space to double the titanium. I just gotta remove the rocket. I'm gonna do this too, so that I can do that doubling. Part over there. Because this stuff will be the same. Although this will be a wider ship thingy, which will be fine. We just need this bit here. So that's kind of an L shape to that initial dirt spread there. Yeah, this is done. So we'll just need to get dirt in here. Let's see. But I can start working on the titanium build, and then we can work on that accordingly. I think what I maybe should have done here is, well, what all resources do we have on this island? We've got copper, titanium, limestone, iron, and coal. What I should probably do is do a mega miner. Train the titanium ore? Yeah. Yeah. I should. I really should. Do a mega mine sorting thingy here. Where we have all of these resources in here. And sort them all into their respective spots. Coal, copper, limestone if we end up with it, and titanium. What am I missing? Titanium, copper, limestone, iron, coal. That's it. Okay. And then figure out how best to arrange this mess. I don't want the rock there. Let's put the rock down here. And I think I'm going to put the titanium here with the limestone at the end. And then I just want a bunch of big format sorting thingies here. Sort of like this, I think. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3. Might not work exactly like I want. Maybe actually that will work. I might need to pull it out just a little bit. But then do over here. Dirt and rock. Oh, you're done. Oh, okay. Z this then? We really should get into that. You're bored here? Yep. Let's do this. You, and you. Do this all the way across to there. One of the next Eco DSP and the other playthroughs? What other playthroughs? And I want this to also go across there. More or less. You might need some help. Let's pull one of these back out of here. And a couple of these. And put you back over here to help your friend. And then we're going to need to prep this for another process. Old World? Oh, jeez. Old World is going to be another one of those things that I have to be in the right mindset for. And life, I guess, for lack of a better word, lately has not been very conducive to that mindset. But, yeah. Oops. Page again. Oh, alright. There. 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 I'm just going to keep this full, I think. And just keep filling in this whole thing from now on. Rather than having it be narrow like it used to be. There. Although maybe here I don't do it, actually. We make this down to, like, level 1 instead of level 3 with the trucks. Okay. You guys all get erased. Many things. Yeah. I have no idea how far this limestone goes, but it covers this area too, but we're not going to scoop all that limestone out. Well, I like Age of Mythology too, and in fact, I never got to finish Age of Mythology. Remaster, retold. So, I wouldn't mind having the time to play that either. Are you all dumping any dirt in here? A little bit. Alright, we just don't have a whole lot coming in. We'd get more if I was doing more something. Oh good, this is just about full. Need to get this rock out of here, but trucks are a little overwhelmed right now. You think Captain Ministry will be finished before Christmas? It depends on how far I actually go against what my goal sort of has been. If I follow the goal of harvesting all the resources in this world, probably not. But I don't know how interesting that's going to be from a streaming standpoint, so I don't know. Yeah. Okay, back to this. We want to do U-shaped 3. Are there more belts? Are there belts 4? Or is 3 it? Yes, 3 is it. It's sad. Okay. Tear it all down and start over. Yeah, well, I definitely want to do enough to do trains. To do a sufficient train network, that is. So there will be more yet, for sure. Let's see. 1, 2, 3... Maybe that's enough? Maybe. Yeah, that's enough. No, it's not. Bastards. There we go. Trains are the bane of your existence and satisfactory? Yeah. I can believe it. And this will go here. And this will go here. And then just for fun, I'm going to move you down to be adjacent to your friends here. Like that. Which means... I'm going to do one less than that. Right there. That. Okay, so this one's iron 4. Rid of it all. Next one is coal. Rid of it all. Next one is copper. Slog and a pain in the ass to build. Trains? Yeah. That's why I don't really want to play Satisfactory again. Because exactly that. This is limestone. I mean, for me, that's how the whole of Satisfactory is. This is rock. And this is dirt. And that'll just be kind of like a universal dumping site for all of the ores here on this island. We'll get rid of this one eventually. Once we stop this bit here. In the game with the minimum number of trains, use lots of drones. Yeah, I mean, the series I did in like update 5, 6, 7, whatever that was about the extent of what I could handle. After that, it just got to be too much shenanigans. Yeah, their blueprints aren't that good. I am very much less than impressed with the blueprints in Satisfactory. Yeah. Didn't I tell you you could dump rocks and stuff in here? Why are they not? Oh, no, I didn't actually. Rock and slag, go in there, please. Also over here, rock and slag, rock and stone. I can fill that in. Oopsie. Modern DSP. Are you sure there are newer games to play? Yeah, I want to do another revisit to Foundry at some point. I would be potentially interested in playing DSP again. Not sure what else to do here on the YouTubes though. All right, so I think we start figuring out how to wire this whole thing up. Wait for Foundry to go 1.0. Yeah, maybe. Depends on what the timeline is on that, but yeah. Wiring this whole disaster area up. So I said 4.5 connected to that, I think. I got to remember that half of this doesn't stay here, but I'm going to leave it there to keep it in mind. We also need to have a place to process the steam. However, we're going to do that. And then we'll need to be bringing in a lot of freaking water here. And we're going to be processing low and depleted steam down into water. And then we're going to be heating water into high steam for these things as well. Means we'll need some kind of fuel for that. It's a shame the devs never did any more with QB Factorium. Yeah, I think it just did not sell as much as he was hoping. And he just kind of lost interest in keeping it going. I think. I mean, this is me speculating, and don't take it with anything more than that. But yeah, I think it just burned him out. But yeah, it was a good game. I enjoyed it a lot. Let's do that, and then we'll do flat lifts here for the whatchamacallit at the first height. Graphite. Oh geez, wrong spot. Try that again. There and there. I don't need to do this side though entirely. I just need to keep it in mind. And then we'll have a flat belt. I did not need to do those at that height or that speed though. These need to be 2s. And in fact, they don't need to be that fast, but just for reasons, I'm going to keep them there. Graphite is only 3, and even if I quadruple this, it will never be that fast. So let's do this. I'm just going to put a tail belt out here like that. So we have that marked as an input. And then water, of course, comes in here. Like this. And for water, I'm going to put that on the top height just because it doesn't really cost me that much, and it gives me a lot of future Wally benefit, I guess. And again, the water value here is so small. That's 12, that's 24, it would be 48 water. I can always upgrade these pipes and things if we needed it. How are you doing as far as this? 16 years, yeah. How are you doing as far as this? Dumping. This can be deleted, yep. This one is not yet done. Nope. You got it and played it after you watched me play it? Yeah, I thought it was a really neat, you know, kind of crafter factory game. Like, it was a neat concept. I don't think he had the marketing behind it that he really would have needed in order to sell it. If he had partnered maybe with a publisher, it might have been better. There were definite sort of issues late game with performance that I recall. That might have, you know, been an impact too, but yeah, I enjoyed it. 1, 2, 3. Is that enough? Maybe. I think I need one more space there, though. Alchemy Factory? Yes, that does look to be interesting. I think we'll do that on YouTube, at least for now. Not to 5. Why the hell not? That means these could be there, too. These were going to be straight feeds into there. Wait, how the hell did I do that again? This is 36 though, so we just need a slow belt here. Straight feeds into there and into here. This thing is so weird where they're throwing the stuff over the edges. I don't really get it. Like, stop throwing stuff over the edge. We'll get to it. Like, it's fine. You can just that'll probably be fine. Yeah, Whisker Wood is a little bit slow. I like it, but it's a little bit slow play. And Timberborn's kind of the same. Like, it's kind of the same kind of game. Like, you end up doing a lot of hanging around, waiting for things to happen. Which is fine. But it's not good for, in my opinion, at least not for streaming. But even that for YouTube, I don't really necessarily want to do it there either. You know, I need to keep an eye on this because I don't think it'll come that far. But this is quite steep. I mean, we're going from level 1 to minus 23, so that's 24 levels of difference. Yeah, and it's like... five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it'll be fine. So. Exhaust. And that got built too. For stupid ass reasons. There, not there. Delete that too. Unity, just get rid of it. Oh, dang it. I keep turning off the, blueprint mode. Editing and have time. Whisker can make great episodes. I am way too lazy for that. Way too lazy. This goes here like this. And like this. Steam comes out there. Chlorine comes in here. Chlorine comes through here. I think I'll put chlorine on level 3. We'll put graphene here on level 2. I think I'll do input from down here. Like I'll have a bus running down the side kind of thing for the common products, including water and steam and things. Graphene. Where are you trying to go? Just dump it here. Alright, I'm going to take this whole swath out here. All of that. Some of this down here too. And you right there too. And we'll fill those pieces in after the bulk of this is filled in. I think that'll make things better. We'll see. Where are you trying to go now? You don't even know, do you? Alright, I'm just going to ignore them. I keep thinking it's these guys complaining or these guys complaining. And so I keep looking. But it's always just them being dumb. Okay. Back to titanium for the 40th time. That will work okay. Then we have chlorine, steam, and oxygen to deal with here. Oxygen, chlorine, steam. Let's go here. Oxygen. Into there. And then chlorine. Here. Go beyond. Like that. And like this. This is 48 chlorine, but really it's 72. So I'm actually going to upgrade this through pipe here to be more than sufficient. I'm also going to do this. Nope, there. Flippity. Let's upgrade that through pipe to Mark II. Not there anymore now. Now this one I need to deal with because you're bored over here now because I need to delete more stuff. N here. Oh, wait, are you done now? Oh, you are. Okay. Reverse this whole belt. And let's do a pause here of these two. Delete these two. Unity. And then do this to there. This to there. Unity. Give me a couple of trucks. No, that one's fine. Give me a couple trucks here. actually, do I? Maybe not. First that. First this. Delete, delete, delete. You guys can just do this whole thing. Trucks are getting mad, but they should be able to take their stuff over here. Maybe. Fine for now. Let's do this bit over here. Is there an issue with no import routes? Good. No import routes. Good. Go ahead and unpause this guy. Delete this guy. That, and this, and that. Delete the ramps after the belt is gone. This... goes. Do that. Do this like this. Make sure there's enough room there to dump all that in. Away from home with us, that's why you're watching you're on Twitch instead of YouTube? Ah. And then this one can be edited. Actually, that's probably fine. Do that. And then this other one can be edited. Down to, don't need to be that far, but down to there. Out by a tick or two. Alright. That'll cover the new bit there. Okay, you can delete ramps. This one, that one, these couple, and that one. Oh, and now I see what your problem is. Oops. I did not do this right. There's the problem. You should be there. So you can be reclaimed. That's the problem with this. That's why they're not dumping here. Oopsie. This is going, though. That's good. Slowly, but going. We can always scoop some dirt out of here. We need it. Back to this. That was chlorine. We got that in, And we got the ability to continue. Did I not do this one? Oopsie. Ah, dang it. How do I keep hitting B key? How and or why? Oh, I did this one instead. Well, yeah, we don't want that. You need exhaust here. Do that. Could, I suppose, aggregate all the exhaust and scrub it. How much are we talking about here? 72. That doesn't count. 96. Yes. Maybe we should scrub it. Let's see. The scrubber takes 240. With some water, produces some sulfur, carbon dioxide, which we could then re-scrub. Turn into graphene. Yeah, we should probably scrub this. This exhaust. That's exhausting. So I don't want you here or you guys here. Alright. Steam is our next bit here. There's gonna be 6, 12, not a lot. Okay, good. You go out here. You can come down this way. Height is that? We do have one more for exhaust. All right. Pressing the wrong button. Okay, that's that exhaust. We also have this one, so I think I'm going to run this one actually back this way. Because I think it makes more sense that way. And actually, exhaust should have been... upgraded. Also. Because it's, whatever I said, 96. And that's for one of these. So, yeah. Well, one set of this, 72 and 24. Yeah, 96. We'll scrub that. Probably for the best anyway. So then we are up to here. We have slag coming out. I may push you up. May make more sense. This is kind of more of a minimum as opposed to a preferred spot here. Belt, pipe. Yeah, we have carbon dioxide coming out of these too. So that'll end up being 24 more carbon dioxide plus whatever we get out of the 96 scrubbed. So let's go out a bit here to 5 tiles. You'll go straight across. Burns through the floor there, but that's all we have. Slag can go out. Let's see, these can go straight across too. Because we might as well. We're only moving 12, so that's fine. Put the slag on level 2. And that'll come out, how much? 12. I'll come out this way. Carbon dioxide, water, and steam high. Okay, carbon dioxide will go next. 12 each. Level 3. Steam high. Actually, that's level 2, because it's actually 0, 1, 2, I think, right? Yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Steam will be next. Steam high. Should be okay on the next pipe. Use the CO2 to make more graphite? Yes. Go on 3. There. Yep, that's the plan. There we are. And then this water input here. And that'll go all the way up to the top. Even though we don't have anything at 4. That'll be at the top just because water is at the top otherwise, except for also is exhaust. But it's exhausting. Why do I have an extra space in there? Oh, because of oxygen. Maybe I should swap exhaust and oxygen. This oxygen's only kind of a local thing. Yeah, I think I should. That's a bummer, but I think I should. Delete that. This. That wasn't right. Maybe that was right. It's those two, yep. And this one over here, too. So we need here at 0, 1, 2. Pipe going through. There. And then mark 1 pipe for exhaust going that one. Nope. Wrong curve. Oh, not that either. This one here. And into there. Oh. Still not right. Why is it not being nice to me today? It's fine. You go to there and into there. You go to there. And into here. See the complaining going on over there. And you here. Here. And then this tail could be deleted. And this oxygen can go up to top, I guess is what it was. Yeah, that's better. I like that idea better. Okay, rock dump 2. You might be done. We can use it to mine some of the iron now, I think, but I think I'm gonna get that from the other side. So I think you're done here, and we can delete that. That means I have an excavator or two free. One of them can go in here. Oh, you're not free yet. Do those. Do that. This. That. And then, I'm going to put the other one here in dirt. And scoop some of this dirt back out again. So that we can fill in that stuff there before hell freezes over. But also, it's probably about time to wrap up. We'll get the rest of this connected up sometime in the next century. and get it all working. We have a few more connections to do. Then we'll take it over here. We'll put it in play. Figure out how we're gonna handle this bit. We'll probably do the doubling of this build as well, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do next. Kind of next would be. Oh, we should look at what we have for Electronics 4. We're not using them yet, but we can see what we have as far as the build here. Where did I put it? Here. We have a full box of them. You can delete that then. Actually don't have much left to do research or technology-wise. I think the next thing to do, really, honestly, is orbital research. Why is that not on the list? Oh, it's up here. Probably going to be orbital research will be the next big thing to do after we get titanium going. Check the space station. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Still got one rocket left to launch. And do another build here. And the space station is just about ready to accept its, or to request its new rocket. Sand is done. Yeah, it looks kind of messy, but it is what it is. Let's take this across now, maybe. And, oh, that one too. There. And also we can do all of this here. That. And we'll just see what we can get out of that big old mess there. Yeah, that's the deep hole there. I have no idea how far down this goes. We should test that at some point during this playthrough. Dig as far down as we can see to go, and see what happens. But we'll I think we'll leave this here, and we'll see where we get to in more work more later. We'll get mining going here next time, probably collecting up all those resources. That way we can have that island ready to go, and then we'll have this ready to go. We'll be able to do titanium, and we'll get into the orbital stuff, I guess. What happens if you cut into the ocean? Oh, we've been cutting. Oh, here you mean? Water will flood in and fill in this whole basin here, this whole hole, and you will never get it back out of there again unless you fill it all back in. So yeah, we don't want to cut into the ocean here, and this was kind of a perfect thing. We have a little bit more than 2 wands here, about 2.5 wands here, which is good. It's kind of a good spot. So let's leave this alone. Find ourselves a raid target and get out of here. Who's live tonight? Why don't we raid? Let's raid Constant Conrad. I haven't raided him in a while. He's not usually live when we're live, but let's raid him. See what he's up to in Escape from Tarkov. This should be all right. So yeah, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me, chatting and redeeming and all the things. Where am I at? I lost my spot here. Hold on. Here we are. Check out the YouTubes, of course, for more content, and then also come to Discord, hang out with us. We have a meme channel which is quite active. We also talk about games and technology and all kinds of different things, and then we also have game nights on Friday nights, so you'll want to come and join us for those as well. Okay. So yeah, so thank you guys for coming. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for chatting and redeeming. And we will see you all again tomorrow for Sunday Shenanigans. Bye, everyone.